Since everyone keeps talking about that they're going to segregate again, I'm not going to do it like this because it's the audacity. It makes me want to throw up. Okay. What? Let's say the fuck allowed segregation again. And there was, when they cited it. Okay? Let's just say that happened. Let's just say, in disgusting theory, they segregated. I don't want to fucking know where the white people go. Like, I don't get to choose which barbecue joint I go to, which real tacos I eat. Now, like, I can't go to my favorite taco stand because it's for the colors only section. Sorry, that makes me sick coming out of my mouth. What if I don't want to be in the white section? Am I going to be forced to stay in the freaking salt pepper land instead of going over to Adobe land or all seasoning land over here where they got everything? I don't like apple pie hamburgers. If they segregate, do we... I won't get to eat the good food anymore. Be with the cool people. Cool people, please don't segregate. I won't have any cool friends anymore. I have like one white friend. And they live like 2 hours away. Can we please don't segregate? Because I don't want to stay on the white side. This is not fun over here. I'm just sick of the... Oh, God.
Now, white people, they are scared of segregation, and they are wondering why black people, they are not scared of segregation. In this video, we are going to see the reactions of white Americans, how they are scared of segregation, and also they are not happy to see black people, they are not scared of segregation. So kindly guys, watch this, then I'll be back with more comment.
I ain't going backwards. They're going to literally have to remove me from black-owned stores, black-owned restaurants, and black neighborhoods. So the problem is that us white people, we have been lied to so much, being told that we're superior. We ain't shit. We wouldn't be shit if our forefathers didn't lie, cheat, and steal and change history. Come on, I ain't going backwards. I see the value. I know the value of black people in my life. I know that I wouldn't be who I am without the black people that I've had in my life, a part of my journey. No. And if you're white and you don't like what I got to say, you can have the life you deserve because I don't give a rat's ass.
No, black people really don't give if they can't be around white people, right? Like, you think that black people give a flying fuck that you're not going to let them into your racist ass place? Because I promise you they don't. What's really going to suck is not being able to go into black spaces like that. That's going to suck for white people who enjoy things that are cool and fun. That part's really gonna suck, but like, we deserve to be kicked out.
I'm re-recording this message for quality purposes only. I want to make sure that the algorithm picks up this video and pushes it out as much as possible. I need every person of color, every black person to hear this video, to hear this message, okay? The Trump administration is looking to reinstate segregation for its federal workers, okay? Segregation, to which I literally said in my last video, and I'm going to say it again. Bring back segregation if you want to. Bring it back if you want to. You want to play them games? We can play them games. And like always, go and fact check this. You can find it on ABC News. You can find it on Politico, not political, but politico.com. You can find it on usnews.com and etc. Now, this is coming directly from the article, okay? Let's read. Segregated facilities could make a comeback as Trump's administration lifts discrimination ban on federal contracts. According to a public memo from General Services Administration, the GSA, the federal government will no longer prohibit contractors from having segregated waiting rooms, restaurants, and water fountains in order to secure government contracts. The memo reportedly states when issuing new solicitations or contracts, do not include any of the following provisions or clauses. The prohibition of segregated facilities. This move aligns with President Trump's broader executive order to repel diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) initiatives within the government and across the country. Now companies will have more leeway to decide whether or not to have segregated facilities, which include restrooms, restaurants, waiting areas, parking lots, and locker rooms. And like I said in the last video, please don't threaten us with a good time. Please don't threaten us with a good time. Bring back segregation if you want to. Bring back segregation if you want to. Let our Black teachers educate our Black students. Let our Black physicians treat our Black patients. Let our Black bankers and accountants help manage and help Black people better manage their money. Let our Black athletes, okay, play for their own Black teams. All right? Let our Black people represent us in the Olympic Games. Bring it back all the way. Don't make it just a federal thing. Don't make it just a federal thing. Bring it back nationwide. Bring it back nationwide, because I promise you the Black people of today are not the Black people of back then. We didn't know any better. Now that we know what your spaces looks like, we don't give a fuck about being included in your spaces. How about that? This is not the game that you want to play. This is not the game that you want to play. I promise you, the Black community, you see how we're thriving right now? Just minding our business. We're not even doing anything. We're just minding our business. We all collectively said we're not coming outside for any of you people, and we're good. My bank account is thriving. I know a lot of other Black people whose bank accounts is thriving right now. I promise you, bring back segregation. And you know what? I'm going to even call your bluff. Bring back segregation for federal workers, and you don't even have to make an announcement about it being nationwide. We'll do it for you. We will do it for you. We will move in accordance to what you've started. I promise you that. Let it be let it be federal. Let any of our Black federal workers be like, yeah, so they've officially started segregation. Word? We bringing that shit on the outside too. We bringing that on the outside too. We have Black-owned restaurants. We have Black-owned businesses. All we need is to get our Black Wall Street up and running again. And this time, we dare y'all to try to burn that shit down. Blood will be shed, baby. Blood will be shed, I promise you. So go ahead. Go ahead. Play if you want to. I'm telling you, outside of all the atrocities that Donald Trump will commit within these next 4 years, one of the things he will be accredited for is finally uniting all Black people. All Black people. I promise you that. I promise you that. Bring it all the way the fuck back. Let us go back in history. We have been separating our Black dollars from you. Please, we would love to be able to separate our talent too. We would love to be able to separate our talent too. Let's see who really is the superior race.
People, how do you feel about the segregation ban?
I would rather shit in my hands and clap as hard as I can. Segregation? No.
You know what I think is a little bit funny is people who look like me, they understand the concept of malicious compliance as it relates to things that they can wrap their head around, right? Like a Christian wanting to put a Bible in a classroom, they can very easily be like, oh, well, if we're bringing religion into schools, then I'm going to bring my satanic Bible in, or I'm going to bring my Torah in, because if we're including Christianity, we have to include all religion, right? They understand that form of malicious compliance, but they have a harder time wrapping their brain around malicious compliance as it relates to like racial segregation, because I've seen a lot of Black people that I follow being like, either jokingly or non-jokingly, like, yeah, segregation's coming back, baby. I can't wait until I have like a Black-only school where my children won't experience racism, and I can open up my own Black-only bar and no one will feel creeped out or experience like microaggressions while they're just trying to have fun. And then I hope well-meaning white people in the comments will be like, but segregation's bad, guys. Segregation's bad. And it's like, yeah, we all agree that, but if it's going to happen, then the form of malicious compliance is to do the thing that racists don't want you to do, which is own your shit, right? Segregation has never been about racist people just wanting black people and other non-white people away from them. Segregation has always been about saying white people have everything and you have nothing. That's why you have things like the Tulsa City Massacre, okay? Things like that don't happen if the only thing segregation is trying to accomplish is putting black people somewhere else. That's never been what segregation is about. Segregation is about saying, we have access to everything, you have access to nothing. And if you create your own things, we will take it from you. And so it's funny, the joke is that racist white people demanding a return for segregation would immediately lose their minds when there was a space that they were not allowed into. That's the joke.
Well, how do you feel about the segregation ban?
Well, if I see a whites-only water fountain, I'm going to take a big shit in it. If I see a whites-only taxi cab, I'm going to be charged with a whites-only restaurant. I'm going to be charged with... I hope this is what Trump had in mind.
Trump just brought back segregation. That's all that's on my FYP today. Be so for real right now. We are in 2025. Just stop with that freaking narrative. Just stop already. What's even worse is the amount of people that I'm seeing commenting that are like, yeah, good. I hope he brings it back. And most of those people do not look like me. Yeah, so I don't know why you would want that. Sounds pretty damn hateful to me. He did not bring back segregation. What he did is try to protect women and children in bathrooms. I don't see where that's a problem. I would prefer to not have to worry about being in a restroom with a man walking in. Just a thought. I do have a daughter. I'd like to know that she's safe when she's in there. So, yeah. Trump did not bring back segregation. He did not bring back racial segregation for those in the back.
So I had some white colleagues ask me what I thought about Trump actually segregating whites and blacks. And I actually told them straight up, like, honestly, I would love that. Now, they looked at me like I was crazy and they almost spit up their almond milk. And I think they thought that maybe I was saying that out of hatred, but it really isn't about hatred. Here's the thing. I'm not talking about their version of segregation. See, I'm talking about our version of righteous separation, spiritual sovereignty, and black sufficiency. See, the truth of it is that integration was never about freedom. It was finesse. It was a system's way of saying, let's stop them from succeeding independently so we can profit from their brilliance directly. It was about control. And so I want us to be very clear about this. You know, we were never separate but equal. So that's a lie. We were separate and excelling. We had our own schools. We had our own banks. We had our own businesses. And baby, we were thriving. Black Wall Street, they burned it. Rosewood, they bombed it. Wilmington, they overthrew it. Why? Because we were doing too well without them and they couldn't handle that. And so that's the truth. They didn't really want segregation gone. They wanted control. This is why we know that integration was just repackage of chains. When we were separate, we actually were building and excelling. And when they saw that we could excel without them, then it was like, oh no, we got to take control and make sure that their labor is profiting us. So right around that time, they rolled out this whole standardized testing, ACT and SAT. Y'all remember that? They created this IQ ranking to measure their norms, not our brilliance. And then we were said we were behind when we really weren't. We were just building our own lane, not asking for theirs. See, I don't know about you all, but I'm kind of tired of the lies. It's very exhausting. You know, just the lies that continue to be promoted. And I want to talk about the melanin, because this whole thing that we're not smart enough, that we're not bright enough, is simply just a lie. And so, you know, all this testing that they're doing, and I have kids in school and they're made to feel that they cannot achieve. And I have to remind them about their actual superpower, melanin. See, not just your skin tone, but in your brain, specifically neuromelanin, that rich dark pigment found in areas like the substantia nigra, which are critical for learning and memory and decision making and emotional regulation. See, if you don't know, then you won't know how to respond. But when you learn about the studies that have actually linked the neuromelanin to higher concentrations and how it's related to enhanced memory and processing and higher intelligence and faster reaction times, then you know why they have hidden this information for so long. Because when you have higher melanin, you have stronger brain resilience against degenerative diseases. So translation to that is melanin doesn't just make you glow, it makes you grow. So we know that it's not coincidental that people with more melanin have historically been creators, inventors, innovators across every discipline, while also being the most suppressed, because they know that the more melanin you have in your body and in your brain actually produces higher intelligence. So the Bible also says this too in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verses 7. It says he placed treasures in earthen vessels. What treasures? It was in us all along, right? So we have more melanin, and we know that people with less melanin, because it's a recessive gene and it's a mutation, lack the same level of intelligence, of many different benefits that come along with that. What's so interesting about it is that we're supposed to be looking at this as if it's something negative. But why is it negative when every other cultural group does this? Group economics. See, the truth of the matter is they have stolen from us so many different things, and yet we still survive. And so I don't want to offend, but I have to be blunt here. When we invented it, they patented it. When we built it, they banked on it. So everything we created, they made sure they benefited off of it. Just like Louis Latimer, he actually developed the light bulb, but Edison got all the glory for it. And this has been going on through history. We know that Granville T. Woods laid the foundation for trains. Corporations got the contracts. Dr. Patricia Bath revolutionized eye surgery. The system licensed the tech. Black music became white record labels, billion-dollar industries off of our talent. Every time we create, they capitalize. We are the genius, but they control the royalties. It's quite interesting, isn't it? So when we talk about the facts and segregation, I want to be very clear. It's not racist. We have to understand the dynamics of this. See, the black dollar actually is the fastest running dollar in America. So let's do the math here. And I think it's quite funny. Black people have spending power over 1.6 trillion. But guess what? That dollar stays in our community just for 6 hours. While the white community, their dollar stays in their community 17 days. And guess what? Asian communities, it stays in their community 20 days. Jewish communities over 3 weeks. Why? Because we're systemically disarmed from owning what we build. And this is no coinky dink. The scripture said this would happen. So now our dollar does the labor, but the system collects the check. And this is why I support segregation on our own terms. See, that 400 years of slavery is over. And when I say that I want us to be segregated, I don't mean oppressed. I mean organize. Let's build black banks again. Let's educate our babies on the truth, not whitewashed lies. And let's support black farmers, black techs, black healing, black brilliance. And no, it doesn't mean I hate white people. No, it means I finally love us enough to stop begging for scraps from a table we built but never welcomed to. See, the Bible told us about this. Yet we hop, skip, and jump over the fact that Deuteronomy 28, 43, and 44 already said it. It says, the stranger shall rise above you high, and you shall come down low. They shall lend to you, but you shall not lend to them. And this is exactly what has been happening for 400 years plus years. We built houses, businesses, schools, and they took them and taxed them to death. But beloved, there's hope, because Deuteronomy 30:3 also says, and Yah will turn your captivity and have compassion upon you, and will return and gather you from all nations. So yes, I welcome segregation, because restoration is already in motion. And I want y'all to understand this. We are not asking for more, we're building. See, we were never given anything from you all. I'm not asking to sit at somebody's table anymore. See, I'm trying to go along with scripture and build my people, gather my people, not because they are more melanated, but because we need to know that we serve the Most High and that He's going to take care of us, because separation was never our curse. It was our covenant. And now it's our strategy. It says to come out from among them, be ye separated. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. So this isn't about racism. It's about us reclaiming what is already ours.
I'm going to get in so much trouble for saying this, but I think white people need segregation. We need segregation to learn a lesson. There are far too many white people who think like, oh, it's okay, we roll back DEI. Everybody will be fine. Like, I see that you're cool. You see that I'm cool. No. And thanks to the Trump administration, they've rolled back a lot of segregation laws. So, I mean, not that they ever tore down the original separate water fountains. They're just going to put the sign up once again that says blacks only. There are a lot of people who think if segregation comes back, it will be to their advantage. It will be to such the disadvantage of white population. And frankly, I think it's going to be good. There was a white woman who went into some bar the other day and she filmed it. Wearing a MAGA hat, she walked into a bar and like automatically the owner of the bar was like, get them out of my bar. You can't deny me service. No, your kind went to the Supreme Court to ensure that I can deny you service. Your beliefs are not my beliefs. Get the hell out of my bar. But I voted for MAGA and I'm white. You can't deny me. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we absolutely can. And she's filming it. And you can almost hear in her voice, she's absolutely sure she's going to post this video and she's going to become instantly famous. How dare this bar deny her? And instead the comments were like, know your place. That is not your space. The last time there was segregation, minorities couldn't go into white spaces, but white people went into minority spaces. There's always some stereotypical photo of like some socialite from Fifth Avenue up in the Harlem in the jazz clubs being like, oh, I'm mixing with the cool people and smoking the funny cigarettes. And then, you know, inevitably she marries a Vanderbilt and, you know, settles down and remembers her side of the town. I think if this time segregation comes back, segregation should be to keep the white people out. It would be good for minority culture, but it would be outstanding for white culture to finally understand, really get the point. No, we're gatekeeping. Hairstyles and food and flavor and music and culture, all of this is ours. Not for you. Kardashians can't like, no, these are Albanian box braids. It's our culture. It is not, frankly. As much as it will not benefit me, I think it would be to the benefit of white people to feel segregation, to go through segregation for, let's start with 300 years. That seems like the right number. Then we'll check in to see how they're doing and maybe like start some other new version, DEI 2.0. As a matter of fact, in white culture, white women should probably make their own group too. There can be MAGA, white women, minority, separate, not equal, and definitely learning some lessons. Grow with love. Is we're definitely in this phase that like until it affects me, I don't care about it. But that's short term because, you know, you give me back my Social Security, I'm no longer interested in everybody else's struggle. To long term, deny white people everything they feel entitled to. I think it's long past time for that lesson to be taught. And yeah, it's gonna be super hard keeping white people out. You saw how many struggled with the blue bracelet idea. I admit I'm not gonna like it, but I think it would be to the benefit of all. Nobody is coming to save us. And I don't think I can say that enough because I keep on seeing it in my comments and I keep on seeing other videos like, you know, why can't Sweden come save us? One, America has greatly overestimated how much the rest of the world likes them. America is the friend in the friend group that everybody wants to drop but can't seem to get rid of. Either because, like we have the cool lake house or the hot brother, but as soon as the thing we have is no longer necessary, we're out. Everybody shit talks us 24/7. We are 99.9% of the reason the rest of the friends group has a toxic relationship, because if we were just removed from the dynamic, they'd all be fine. There's this well, why can't Sweden come save us? Why would Sweden? Do you actually think they like us? We're rude and self-centered and half the reason for the decay and erosion of society. Most of the rules the rest of the world sets up is to handle the shit we dump on them. We give them social media. They teach their kids how to spot fake shit on the internet. We take away laws that put up a barrier. They are busy trying to figure out how they're going to regulate AI. We've taken all the rules off of AI and just said, you know what? If killer robots happen, that's an acceptable risk. The rest of the world teaches classes on deepfakes. There are people who are convinced that Trump's Gaza video is real. We're the stupid friend. We're the one that when you go out, everybody's like, oh my god, you gotta watch America. They're gonna do stupid shit tonight. Ugh. The expectation that a country is going to step in to save us, they're gonna see us, they're gonna see Trump not listening to the rules and that they're gonna step in. That's the Trump family business. Not playing by the rules is the only thing the Grump family line is good at. Donald Trump would rather spend 10 years burning his hemorrhoids on a chair in a courtroom so he doesn't have to pay his contractors, his workers, his anything. To him, it's worth it. He would rather die than cut a check fairly to anybody. Chuck Schumer, may he burn in hell, is currently pushing his autobiography in which they were like, well, we just assumed the Republicans would wake up and fix their own problem. We teed it up. Here's an impeachment. And then, the Republicans refused to hit the wiffle ball. Everybody is sitting around waiting for somebody else to fix the problem. And the closest we came is the guy who resulted in Trump wearing a maxi pad on his head for a few days. For any country to try to step in and help us would be declaring war. Why would they do that? For the first time in about 100 years, they can get America out of their business. They can get America's bases off their country's soil, and they would no longer have to play friends with the friend in the friend group that they don't want there anyway. There's no advantage to them helping America. Will it financially hurt them? Yes. Will they have to find other ways to find what they usually get from America? Yeah. So will there be a pinch? But it's kind of like having a summer without a lake house. You still have a summer. Worth it. Canada's Prime Minister got in, and instead of running to America to kiss the ring, ran to France and Sweden and the Arctic and is making more deals across the globe. They're not interested in playing with the US anymore. And other countries are doing exactly the same. As a matter of fact, other countries are gearing up to defend themselves against the US. Like a wounded animal lashes out. It doesn't mean to. It's just in pain. America's going to be in pain shortly. It's going to lash out. Other countries are gearing up for that moment, while Americans are sitting around going, somebody's going to fix this for us. Surely there's a button we can push that will solve this. Even if, best case scenario, the problem is solved. We all wake up tomorrow problem-free. America's reputation is in tatters, and the rest of the world has woken up from the toxic relationship and realized, we deserve better. We can deal without this person in our friends group. Have you ever seen anybody get back in the friends group 5 years after getting ejected from it? But to the average American, in a world where nobody's coming to save you, and you are run by a group of individuals who literally have never played by the rules, what are you going to do? Because we know where this is headed. Hitler has a very clear playbook, and Trump is playing it step by step, word for word, from Jane the Swamp to calling them vermin. He's not even being unique about it. We know where he's going. Only this time, all the other countries coming to fight, they're not going to come. They're not going to fight. They're going to let the snake eat its tail and just be like, have a great day. What is America going to do about it? You created this problem. You re-elected this problem. And I can't say this often enough. Nobody is coming to save you from this problem. The one thing that has united pretty much most of America is the hope that every morning you wake up to good news. But even then, it's not going to fix this problem. So what exactly is America going to do to solve its own problem? Because there is no easy...
In 2025, can we stop calling it white supremacy and call it what it actually really is? White fear, white insecurity, and white genetic inferiority. They're not supreme over anything. They're scared. They're scared because they know they're dying off, their birth rates are dropping, and they're on their way to biological extinction. That's why Trump is moving the way he's moving. Him and his cabinet is pulling an all-out attack on the melanated people in this country right now. First it was ICE, with them detaining any Hispanic-looking person that they saw, regardless of them being suspected of committed a crime or nothing. And now Trump is calling for all these predominantly black cities to be put under the control of the federal army because they know they're outnumbered. And worse, we're starting to unite. We're starting to see through all the lies that we have been fed from this government for centuries. We're starting to wake up and realize who we are. We realizing that Jesus wasn't no pale-skinned man with straight blonde hair. We know who we are now, and we know we're the people of the book. And every time we stand in our truth, every time we refuse to bow down to them, it shakes their world. But guess what? It's too late. The awakening is already happening, and it's not stopping for nobody.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have seen how white people, they are very scared of segregation, and also they are wondering why black people, they are not scared of segregation. It is simply because black people, they are really tired of these white people. Black people, they are not thinking about white folks, but each and every time we have been seeing how white people, they have been thinking about black people to a point whereby right now you can see they are scared simply because they are wondering why are black people not scared of segregation. In fact, black people, they want this segregation so that to make these people to learn their lesson on a hard way. Simply, black people being segregation, also it will make black people to become together, and also it will make black people to unite and become more strong than these white folks. And that's why you can see black people, they are not scared of segregation. But these people, they are scared because they will not come out into to the black community, to the black neighborhood. They will not disturb black people, and that's why you can see these people, they are very scared of segregation. And this one is saying that we tired of them, and we tired of them stealing our ideas. And also black people, they are scared. They are tired of these white folks coming out and stealing their ideas. So even if this segregation will come, you can see black people, they will they are not complaining, they are not wondering about black segregation. This one is saying, there is someone here saying that I am older now, I lived through segregation, black segregation, black school, black teacher, black lunch ladies, black nurse, black principal, black janitors, black maintenance men, black bus driver, black man cutting the grass, Robert Small Elementary School, best day of my life. We cried when we had to go to the white school, didn't want to go to mama walked us to school, me and my two sisters, where we had to walk through an angry mob for days, and when I got there I couldn't out, read out, run out, dance out, sing out, spell most other that came across my path still do. Why? Because our black moms and black teachers prepared us and taught us nothing can stop you. Hold your head up, right? Hold your head up high and be the best you can be fact 100%. So you can see black people, they are very much okay with segregation, simply because you can see this one is happy because he went to a black school, he was taught with a black teacher, he was seeing everything black. But right now, going out, coming out and see that this how white folks, they are coming out and treating them, it is not, they are not happy. This one saying that we already segregated, they segregate from us every day and discriminate. Stop the nonsense. Exactly. This was saying that black Americans are at a point where we could actually be better off segregated. Imagine if our money stayed in black hand, if we had our own bank, restaurant and stores. There are so many talented black people who have to take a back seat to less qualified white people. We have enough wealth to thrive outside of a white favored economy. Exactly. And that's why these white folks, they are scared of black people, simply because they know if they will allow black people to have their own bank, black people to have their own money, these people will become more successful than them. This one is saying that don't come to the cooked out and we won't come to the pot luck. This was saying that white lady with the green shirt is honest enough to admit what black folks have known all along. This was saying that, as Georgia Wallace said back in the 60s, segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. Integration actually hurt us tremendously. This was saying that they want protest, not today, Satan. This was saying that white people have never been superior. You can be superior when it's all rage in your favor. Exactly. These people, they will become superior when they are rage in their favor. This one saying that we as black people, we already knew it was coming, it in Project 2025. This one saying that white lady saying they would literally have to remove her from black owned anything absolutely sent me. This one is saying that granddaddy was born in the South during 1930s, grew up through Jim Crow, semi-slavery and segregation. He always said we were better off separated, not segregated, just separated. Exactly. Black people, if these people, they will allow black people to be separated, they will see how black people, they will thrive. And also, we saw a group of white people who came out and created white only town, and this white only town has been falling down simply because they have been lacking black labor. So what if the government can allow also black people to create their black only town? So you can see a black only town will grow because black people, they are very strong. Black people, they know how to build, because the people who build America, they are black people. So these people, they fear that black people to do that, and that's why you can see they don't want to be separated with black people. So they always want to be closer with the black people, so that they can use black people, so that they can do whatever they want with the black people. So this is saying that black owned business, black owned food restaurant, black owned music halls, black owned record label, black owned school, black university, everything black. The energy and greatness is with us. Exactly. This one saying that it's kinda funny how white people always reduce black and brown people to food and music, like you are worried about tacos. This one saying that they way we not giving a crap warms my spirit. This one saying that they don't want to be segregated because who would they blame? Exactly. These people, they don't want to be segregated because these people, that have been always putting all blames to the black people. So if they will be segregated, if black people, they will be separated, these people, they will not have someone to blame. So this was saying that I keep telling folks that they will still come to our space. They truly cannot live without us. This love-hate relationship that they have created is sick, and we are tired. They don't even like each other. Segregation never left. Yes, segregation never left. This was saying that mad because they are forced to abuse each other. This was saying that I love this one. Think black people know how to survive. This one saying that reverse psychology is the perfect term as a black American. We don't give a damn about segregation. When we have to live in our conditions already, it never stop existing. It is just stop being as blatant. We also as a people realize that our best town like Tullis where all the doing well we were segregated. We were only dismantled because we were better. Black Wall Street was the wealthiest town in the state at the time. It was fully black run, and the average minimum wage was higher than any white person in the surrounding towns. When we level up, it scared others. So we are learning that not only was segregation just a code word to unify, but it was used as reverse psychology on us, so that we shared our knowledge and wealth. Now we realize how precious what has been shared is, and we aren't willing to allow the same circle to continue. So yes, I want my black only toilet. I want to walk into a store and not smell wet dog. With all due respect, all they did was regenerated an unspoken understanding and how they are scared. They're scared of black. We have been quiet too long, and we damn sure will not repeat history. Segregation is breeding a new sense of strength, and because it was demonized, I think many of us didn't understand strength in numbers, something every other race here can do with no issue, but when we do it, it's a problem. Exactly. So guys, you can also share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be reading it on my next video. Kindly guys, subscribe if you haven't, like this video, share, and also comment. See you on my next one guys. Bye bye.